Alright guys, welcome back to another Warframe video. This time I'm going to be covering the twin Grakatas and how they perform against level 140, heavy gunners, etc. Now, I have two builds here with this weapon, and I've been experimenting with this for approximately like 3 hours. Because I just got on Warframe trying to see what builds work with this, what doesn't, as far as with critical chance, the multiplier, all that stuff. So let's take a look at this now. Now, as you can see, the twin Grakatas, I got Jolt, Pistol Pestilence, Pathogen Rounds, Prime Pistol Gambit, Prime Target Cracker, Hollow Point, which I'm going to get into as far as how this thing is actually so good with this weapon, Barrel Diffusion, and Hornet Strike. Now, this is a typical build that I usually run with this, and why this build is effective and more effective than my config B side. Now, this is me using Viral. Now, same thing here, I just flipped the stuff around, have Frostbite, Pistol Pestilence, and Deep Freeze for overall, boost the Viral on this. Now, you would think Viral is good in this situation. We're talking about going up against heavy gunners and alike. Well, I just want y'all to see it for yourself as far as how I'm going to run with this. Hollow Point with this Twin Grakata boosts the critical multiplier to a 5.4, so it is crazy what you could do with this weapon. Now, as far as how it performs against, a level 140 heavy gunner, corrupted, mind you. Let's show it, see it for yourselves to see if y'all can see what I see. Now, as you can see with this, it's not doing the job that it's supposed to. Yeah, you see the yellow numbers and alike, yeah, but it's not dealing the damage it's supposed to be doing. Its health is dropping, but do you see how much shots I have to keep dealing onto this heavy gunner? And at the same time, he may just fall off the edge here, which is what keeps happening over and over and over again every time I run with this build. Now, here is a big difference as to why my config A is better. Now, don't get me wrong, Viral is good, but not for this weapon, as far as with its criticaling and how to take out heavy gunners and alike. Because again, level 140 dudes ain't a joke to mess around with, especially when you're in the void. Now, this build, I have Corrosive on. Now, it's the same thing as how I did with config B. I just stack on whatever elemental I put on. So as you can see, I just stack Corrosive on. Corrosive is better in this situation against the heavy gunner because it removes their armor and you could target their health more effectively. Even though Viral is supposed to bypass through that, it doesn't seem to work with the twin Grakatas as I thought it would. So it's a good thing I checked this and find out myself, so y'all can see it in its entirety right here. Now, I'm going to put the same dude out there. And let me see if my thing is still up there. Okay, just want to make sure that the Corrosive is there. So the last one that I did was just Viral. This one is Corrosive. Now, you're going to see a difference the moment I start shooting. Look at his health once I start pumping him. More than half of his health is gone, and he's already dead. Now you must be like, God damn, what is the reason? The reason is practically simple. With the twin Grakatas, not only Corrosive is better on it, but the fire rate, I have it at the mark it's supposed to be. Now, you could take off this, and you'd be like, let me put in, where is it? Lethal Torrent. Put that in there. More fire rate. Be like, yeah, I have more fire rate. It's gonna come at a price. The corrosive will go down. It may take me a little bit, just a little bit longer to take him down. But you want to have a more effective build. More effective way to take out these kind of dudes. Because 9 times out of 10, you'll run into these guys and they will just one-shot you, kill you. Now look at that. I already have to reload. His health is not even down there yet. But at the same time, the second one cleans him up. But as you can see, this build works better than the viral one. But at the same time, when you take into account, the corrosive fell off as far as overall damage. So that's why I took off Lethal Torrent and put in for pathogen rounds. So the fire rate is still there. All I did was up my corrosive damage. Hollow point, haven't touched it, didn't go anywhere. But what you can also do, you could also increase critical chance on it. Because if you go creeping bullseye, 83.8. That's awesome right there. You know. See, I didn't touch the status. Didn't do nothing with it. But the fire rate is down. So it's more controlled. Still got the corrosive on. So let's test that right now. Same dude. And just start pumping them. Now you see what happens when the corrosive falls off. You take off just a little bit. And you also have to take into account, I'm not just firing at his head, I'm going at his body, so I'm practically pushing it. I could be aiming for his head, but at the same time, it won't even make much of a difference because I did that same thing as well. As far as with the viral. It's not gonna cut it because again, it's not gonna work. For some reason with the twin Grakata. Viral on. And at the same time, put that deep freeze in there. I could still roll this in there. Like I said, you can still put that in there, but at the same time, it's going to come at a price. You want to keep whatever element you have, push that up, but at the same time, you're trying to balance it off with the fire rate. Because again, you need the fire rate to do its work. Let the critical chance do its work. The multiplier, it stays because you need hollow point. It still comes down to creeping bullseye if you want to put that in there. Something. Because as you see, when the viral, you would think the viral will do its work. It's not necessarily the case. So this will be the last test with the heavy gunner. Then I'm going to move on to someone else. What the? Oh, wow. I couldn't even trigger the damn thing. Let me run that crap again. I'm surprised it didn't even trigger. I was actually trying to get it off. Alright. Now, as you can see, I could still aim for his head. He actually moved right there. But you see, I'm aiming for his head. It's still not doing the, the damage that I wanted to do. So as you can see, he's still standing there. As you can see, it's not doing the job. Even while I'm aiming for his head, it's not doing the job. So this build, we could practically just squash it because it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. At the same time, even if I increase the fire rate, it's not going to be doing the job. So this build, you could just scratch this. Don't even need that. This one, however, you need the fire rate to be at 20. You need hollow point to be there. and you're gonna need to have pathogen rounds in there, because again, 277.2 corrosive with that fire rate being at 20, it's the essential balance that you would want as far as with the twin Grakata. You're talking about 71.8, 5.4 multiplier, the fire rate being at a solid 20, not going anywhere. Status is 42.1. The status may be low, but because of the fire rate, it kicks in really quick, the corrosive being there. So now I'm going to be done with this heavy gunner. Let's move on to another dude that people hate. You go up against them, they just annihilate you with just one shot. It's annoying, I know, but it has to be done, because not only do you see them here, but when you go into the void, you see them as well. It's just that, in the void. So, let's see if he's out there. Yeah, he's out there. Alright, so circle around that rocket. Now, as you already know, this dude has a whole bunch of armor, but as you see, he's already dead before he even fell off of the edge. So, this build here just flat out works. Putting that corrosive on him, because the crit multiplier will just take care of him like it's nobody's business. So, even if I went viral on him, the damage output will not be sufficient. I could practically just run that with him right there. And let me just put that back in there just to see. But, it's pretty much right there in the face that, you're going to need this. Because this actually pushes it over the edge, if you want to call it that. So, you're going to need this to go along with this. Oh no, wait, that's gas. Where's my... Ah, there it goes. Yeah, that's what I wanted. And then put in deep freeze. Put that in there. Same thing. Right? So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it does work. But, I mean, I'm just testing it. This build, actually, I'm going to test it with you guys right here, just because it's with a Bombard. So, let's see how this actually goes. If it works here, it's obviously because of him. With all that damn armor. Circle around the rocket. So see, even with him, I'm supposed to be going straight for his health. It's not doing the damage it's supposed to be doing. It's taking a little bit longer. As you see, his health is draining. But look how much times I had to reload. And see, he was just walking around and shit. He actually get a shot off, but I still killed him. So see, it took so damn long. And you might as well say, oh, do the radiation viral thing. Remember, viral is what's going to take away his health. Radiation is just there to confuse the bastard. Don't get it twisted. Radiation does work on them, but it's there to confuse. They hate radiation. But it's like, man, it's like, yo, give me a break. Viral is good, but for the twin Grakatas, it seemed like, viral is the way to go as far as with this weapon. Gas is not going to do anything to him. Viral, you already saw what viral can do to the dude. I'll even put jolt in there. Magnetic, yeah, right. It's not gonna do nothing. So see, I could put radiation on, and at the same time, while that's there, I'm just gonna put this in there to have the same 277. I would have to format this again in order to put this in there. Feel me? So even with all of this radiation, like, I still believe it's not gonna do the job anyway. But you have to show it in order to prove it. Circle those rockets. Hit him with that radiation in the face. Already got to reload. Case in point right here. That's all this is. Case in point. It's not gonna do the job. It's taking so long just to kill him. And he already fell off and he's still alive going down. See all the 10s and 50s and all that? Look at that. He already fell off. It's not going to work. So, all in all from this video, all you gotta take from this, guys, is that this build right here, I don't know what the hell that explosion was. This build right here works with the twin Grakata, just having corrosive on it, because it seemed like it's a more effective with it. It seemed like it's more effective. You saw me take out the heavy gunner, you saw me take out the Bombard. Now, let me see, last but not least, let's just go Corpus. Let's see, have a regular Corpus guy out there. Level 140. Alright. He should be out there. Yeah, he's out there. Alright. Oh, damn, face planted. Okay, I don't think Excalibur will actually be sufficient against this guy. Unless I gotta... How can I actually get to this guy without him killing me? Is he still out there? Nah, he's dead. Alright. I'm gonna do this better. Okay, got him. See? He didn't even last long. So yeah. This build works. This build works. I never liked those Corpus Tech dudes anyway, because they're Supras. They're before I can even get my radio blind on, I face planted and died. But as you can see with this weapon, once you have corrosive on it, you could just wreck them. Have corrosive on it. It doesn't take no time, no kind of, you know, effort. Let me see. Which, I'm gonna get that denial bursa. Where's that denial bursa? I was actually gonna put the isolator, but let me get a denial bursa out there. Next thing you know, I may get one-shotted by him the moment I go out there. Well, let's see what happens. Alright. Got your ass. Already lost half its health already. He keeps popping up and shit. But as you see, this is so effective. You see, he's already down for the count. Bursas are a little tougher just because they pop up when they get hit. And then they go down and all that stuff. So you still gotta re-aim and all of that shit. But as you can see, it still works. And he fully dies there. So it fully works. So I mean, this twin Grakatas, man, I'm treating them the same way as the Prisma Grakata. The only thing with the two is that this has 62.5. All I did with the Prisma Grakata is add more crit multiplier, just add hammer shot on it. But as far as with these, just have these on it and go to town. That's it. That's practically all it is to it. Having viral, having radiation, For some reason, it just doesn't work with it. And if you go late game with it, you will see the difference. You'll be wasting ammo, and the enemies will have so much health. It's like you're practically tickling them for no apparent reason. But all in all, this build works. And what completes it is the hollow point. Forget the negative 15% damage. Don't even bother with that. It's all in this. And this, more importantly. Because you need that multiplier for everything to work. So that's practically as far as with the Twin Grakata. If you're considering getting these, get them. Build them. Build it for crit. Have these in there. And you're practically good to go, man. You're good to go.